What's up, my people? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all are feeling nice, treating yourselves right, having a good time, etc, etc. Welcome back to Rambles with Jess. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. Hey, I've not recorded. Okay, you know what? That's a lie. This is a complete, by the way. I made this video last week. Like this whole story time that I'm about to give, I made it last week. I had a full video. I had a full Rambles with Jess. And then while I was editing, I was like, oh, like I was all over the place. I didn't make sense. In short, I didn't make sense. So I was like, you know what? I'll just record it again and maybe make myself sound like a less shittier person, you know. But it's the same story, so you can't judge me. You literally cannot judge me. I was young, immature, and having a good time. And like this story, by the way, I had a good time. Like, I know I make it sound like I had like the worst time, but it was such a good time because, you know, I was in that phase. I don't know, I was in that phase. I don't know if you're... Yeah, so I met a guy. This was in university. First year when I was in the streets, but I was literally in the streets. Apo katikati, manze, I was dangerous. Even my aura was dangerous. But even the guy that I'm about to tell you, manze, even him, his aura was dangerous. You approach it, you get bad. It's not even... So I met this guy. So how I met him is my friend invited me to a party. He was like, oh, let's go to this party. It's a socialite party. There's gonna be drinks and, you know, guys and girls and having a good time. So I was like, why would I not pull up? Manze, because I was in first year, I was ready to party, manze. I was literally in the streets. So now, hey, my hair. So now we went to this party. It was me and like a group of friends. Like we were men, it was like cars and shit. I was like, it's gonna be great. So we went to my friends and then we partied, of course. And this guy, now it was his party, or him and his friend's party. The guy that I'm about to tell you, Maxi. So, so now, this guy invited me back for a second time, you know. And me personally, I was ready for anything. So I was like, why not? So we went. Now it was a lesser crowd. Like now it was individual people. Like I think we were less than 10. And then, you know, that's more intimate. A person gets to know a person. So like this guy was like, he was in my vibe. He was coming. He was flirting with me. And then, you know, like those fuckboys, like the way they know how to flirt. They know how to exile box. And if you're looking for somebody dangerous, like I was, like when I kuingiza box mbaya, like. He was not even that, like, but he wasn't my type, honestly. And he was short. You know, short people, you know how life was. But he was a socialite. He had money. I was like, excuse me, this is exactly what I need, you know? Manze, I've been rudely interrupted, manze. Imagine somebody just walked in on me while I was doing this nonsense. Oh my God, how do you even explain yourself? Like, what are you doing? Anyway, so that time this guy invited me to his place. By the way, like we were two people. It was me and my friend, right? Yeah, and it was him and his friend. So now it was two manze. It was like getting serious. And this is where things get very interesting. So I remember there was a time we were at the balcony with this guy, you know, they're sipping drinks and he's smoking some shit, and I was like, he looked at me, and then you know that look where someone is looking at you like, what are you thinking about? He looked at me like that. And I was like, now I just look at him, I was like, why are you looking at me like that? And then he's like, I see, oh my God, you're about to fall so deeply in love with me. Imagine he said those words. And then even him, he was in the streets. I can't even imagine. I just looked at him, I was like, who do you think I am, Manze? Who do you think I am? Even me, I'm as dangerous as you, Manze. He was about to play with fire, and I was also playing with fire, and it was gonna be toxic as fuck, but it became so interesting one day. So like I remember he started calling me now. He started calling me like every day, every night. He was telling me good night, he was telling me good morning, and he was acting like a whole boyfriend. That like he surprised me because, to be honest, that was the first time I experienced anything like that, you know. Like the third time this guy's like calling me every time, like, huh? And then I was also in first year. It was my first year in the streets. I was literally not ready for what was about to happen in my life, manze. But this fourth time that he invited me, he also invited me with my friend again. And this time, let me tell you what happened. This time, we got frisky, you know, which is allowed. Excuse me, that's what I was here for. We got frisky. And then, so now it became like, I remember he asked me to be his girlfriend at the end of the day. Like, and personally, I was in the streets. Like, him calling me every night was not changing the people who were in my DMs, or not changing who I was talking to, who I was vibing with. Unfortunately, I was vibing with my friend, with my ex from Rema, my Rema ex, you know. And that's literally the only person to me who's ever been my boyfriend. So even this story I'm about to tell you, man, that this guy was not my boyfriend. But it's debatable. So I was vibing with my ex one day, and that same day I had planned to meet up with him at night. So when this guy, like, you know, the way you say, oh, I'll meet you at 7, when now this guy that I'm talking about, like, he called me in the morning. He was like, you wanna pull up? Like, I was like, sure. It's not like I'm gonna stay until midnight. I was like, I was gonna stay until the night and then go see my ex, because honestly I didn't know what was about to transpire. So now he literally, when I was leaving, I remember he just like held my hand. He was like touching my hair. At that time I didn't have locks, but he was like touching my hair. He was being all gushy, all mushy. And it's crazy how fuckboys can do this. Like, they can switch it on. Like, they don't even mean it. They don't even want it. Like, they don't want to date you. They just want to fuck. My voice is like misbehaving. It's okay though. They just want to fuck. So now it became apparent this guy literally, he literally asked me, he was like, Ati, so if you see this going somewhere, like, I'd love you to be my girlfriend. I was like, not in those words, but I was like, and my friend convinced me. Imagine, she was like, Ati, he's inviting you to parties, you're not wasting your money, and it's a good time. Why would you say no, you know? And even me, I wanted to be invited. Like, I wanted to be part of his vibe, if that makes sense. At that time, he was very interesting to me. Like, a person who just tells you, oh, you're gonna fall in love with me, like, today. I was like, you know, people would tell you that it's like so interesting. I was like, please invite me some more. Like, invite me to your parties, call me for vibe, you know, and some more. And that's what I wanted. So I was like, sure, I'd be your girlfriend, no issue. Why not? And then I went to see my ex. Like, it's not even, I literally left his house, went to town, and met my ex in town. And my ex took me to his place now, or his friend's place, or wherever the fuck we were. I don't even remember, but like, wherever we went. So it was my ex, me, and his friends, right? It was my ex, me, and his friends. And then, you know, it's the fact that he invited me to his friend's place, and we were gonna fuck. Like, and at that time, I really didn't give a fuck. I was literally like, sure, take me wherever. Where are we going? Let's go. Are there drinks? Yes. Is there what I want? Yeah. So let's go. Don't overthink it. Just move. You know. And so I moved, and so I went to his place, and then we were vibing like this. This guy who literally, the best friend showed up. And then, you know, unfortunately, we knew each other ish. Like, we were not friends, but we knew of each other. Like, I knew he was this guy's friend, and he was also my friend's friend. I don't know if that made sense. It doesn't matter. So he like walked in, and the moment he walked in, I was just like, hi. And then he was like, hi. And then my ex literally removed me from the situation without even me telling him. He was like, let's go. And then my ex just went to another room, and while his best friend was in the sitting room, I was literally in the bedroom just having a good time. I was having a good time. Imagine that's what happened. I literally became his girlfriend, you know. I went to some other place, and his best friend just happened to show up. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what do you mean? Now, this is the good thing. He didn't know what had transpired. He didn't know I was vibing with that guy. Literally, he didn't know. He didn't care. He was just like, cool. And the beauty of the whole situation is that we never actually hanged out, like me, him, and his not that guy. So everything was just smooth sailing. And I ended up dating this other guy for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. It wasn't that long. It was even the type of relationship where he just calls you and then you just show up. Imagine it was like that. And I had a good time, Manzi. But this guy did some shit to me, Manzi. He built my character development. It's not that I got feelings or anything, but like the things he did to me, like, he's the main reason why I would never date a fuckboy. What type of nonsense is that? Especially now. Now I'm all grown and mature. How coincidental that you become a girlfriend of some guy and then the best friend just shows up where you're at with your ex. Are you kidding? What the fuck is that? What type of nonsense is that? Jesus Christ. Moral of the story. So, during this whole phase, for real, I was in the streets. I had a good time, but like I learned a lot. Like people don't respect you as much as they would if like you gave it time. You know, this whole I meet you today, I fuck you tomorrow thing, that's complete and utter bullshit, to be honest, in my opinion. Like give it time, so that you just don't end up in situations where you're regretting your life, you're regretting your sexual choices, your sexual experiences, you know. Like I regret a couple, to be honest. I do regret some. As I said, they wasted my time, wasted my energy. It was literally not worth it, but you know, I learned from the experience. So I don't consider it cheating, you know, because he was dangerous. I'm sure they gave me like girls lined up, and I had guys lined up, guys and girls. You know, I was having a good time, but the fact that happened is crazy. And this guy probably doesn't even remember of my existence right now. Like, we're literally not friends. We don't give a fuck about each other. It's crazy how things change. It went from him calling me every night to he calls me. There was a time he called me while I was in school. He was like, later, like 1 year later, he calls me. He's like, I say, are you available? I was like, fuck, me, I have a girlfriend. Leave me alone. I have a what? I have a girlfriend. Okay, that's my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, have a good time. You know, join whatever I'm building. come and show love, come and show support, because you know, you never know, you'll be among the first people who discovered Jessie Tang.